Dude, this is so awesome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do
I
this.
know.
Genuinely.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you guys being able to adjust your schedule and accommodate my last minute request. So thank you so much.
Of course, we only have
Anything
6
for you.
subscribers. So
Shit. You know what? Six is better than five, and you got to start somewhere. So I feel you. I'm doing the same thing with a lot of the shit that I'm working on.
what are you working
I
on
There we
right now?
go. Save it for the podcast. Don't talk about
Oh,
it yet.
It's
sure.
already recording.
Oh, okay. You never say when you're
I
recording.
mean, are we
so-
going? Are we are we
I guess
jumping
we're
in?
live.
Have we started?
Yeah.
Hal, fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Fuck it,
Hal.
we'll do
Fuck
it live. Yep. Well, I'm doing a bunch of Twitch stuff, and I have a podcast of my own, and
Oh,
a
snap.
couple other things. So, and I was lucky that with some other stuff I did, like Screen Junkies, we had a kind of a built-in audience, and that was
Yeah.
able to kind of grow along with the channel. But now it's kind of doing stuff. I have people that come with me, fans and stuff like that. But a lot of it is starting kind of grassroots and getting your own thing going. So I hear you.
Definitely.
That's super rad, dude.
Super rad.
Right on.
What is
Shoot,
it you're doing over on Twitch right now?
Doing some comedy stuff on Twitch. I have two regular comedy shows I do, which is because I do a lot of live comedy. I've been doing it for years, and I perform at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in Los Angeles. And
It's a cool little place, Dylan. You should go there sometime.
Okay.
yeah, in once shit opens back up, because there is no IRL comedy right now. So because of that, because all the stages are closed, I'm like, well, people need more places to perform. So I started a Twitch channel, and we do a couple of comedy shows every month. One is a solo sketch comedy, like characters and stuff like that, and then the other one is this show that Danny has been to before down in LA called Tournament of Nerds, which is
It's awesome.
a comedy debate show. Comedians play different characters, and it's basically pop culture characters, fictional and real, roasting each other. So you can have like Kim Kardashian in a roast battle against Oprah, or you can have fictional characters like the Mother of Dragons against Kylo Ren, and it's a joke off, basically.
Mhm.
Whoever gets the better zingers in wins. And they face each other, and then they go through kind of a March Madness style bracket to see which character is like the king of the roast battle.
Dude, that is so rad.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
lots
lot
of fun.
One setup that I would love to see would be like Obama against Trump.
Yeah. I mean, I think if Obama was to compete against Trump, he would have to abandon the idea of when they go low, we go high, maybe, because like if there's one thing that motherfucker Trump knows how to do, it's troll.
Oh, dude, yeah, I genuinely hope, like, I really, really hope that as soon as he's out of office, like, he just becomes like a stand-up comedian, and like he just starts like going to like open mics and stuff. Like, I think that would be so
That
funny.
would be that would be second on my list, behind my first hope that he goes to prison.
He's standing up on like the lunch counter, like cafeteria.
Oh, there we
like...
go. Yeah, you know what? If he puts together a good act for the prison talent show.
Yeah. Dude, it'd be awesome. I'd go out and commit like vehicular manslaughter just so I could attend one of his shows.
You know what? Make it a good one. Make whoever you pick to manslaughter, make it count.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Make it like a Dexter thing. Whoever you hit with your car.
Yeah.
Make it a bad guy.
That's actually funny because I just went and bought like a bunch of saran wrap, so I can just get my whole apartment covered.
There you go.
Man, Speaking of Dexter, is anyone excited for this new season they're working on?
No.
I
So,
mean, if I was a
Greg, hold on.
Dexter fan,
Greg says he's muted.
Oh, here, I can unmute him. There we go.
There we go. You're unmuted, Greg.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, go on, Hal.
Dexter is is a little bit of a blind spot for me.
Oh,
If I was a fan, I might be excited. But yeah, I never really watched Dexter.
dude,
Oh
it's,
man,
it's
if
great.
you ever do pick it up, I would suggest watching the first 4 seasons and then just throwing the towel after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe
know.
5.
Yeah, I know the dissatisfaction everyone has with the finale for sure.
Oh, dude, the final
Yeah.
season was one of the worst things I've ever watched in my life. So hopefully this can redeem it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Are you guys? But are you guys excited for it?
I think it'll be cool to see that character again.
It depends on what they do with it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool, but I mean, like at the same time, it really is just kind of like, you know, like they just let it be, you know. It's like
Yeah,
the Star
true.
Wars movies. It's like, bro, like should have just stopped. Like just chill with everything. Like not everything needs to come back.
You know,
That's
it
true.
reminds me a little bit of. I don't know if you fellas ever watched Deadwood, but
I don't
I watched the
know.
first 2 seasons.
I mean, I love that show. I think it's some of the great characters, great dialogue, and but it met an untimely death because some stuff happened with the creator and disagreement with HBO, so the show just kind of stopped. And they put out a Deadwood movie, I think, like 2 years ago now. And it was kind of just like a nice capper. It wasn't anything like revelatory or anything. It wasn't like, wow, Prime Deadwood is back. And it was kind of just like, oh, it was nice to see those characters again. You know, Timothy Oliphant, Ian McShane, and these guys. But it wasn't like, ooh, this is as good as the best vintage Deadwood.
Oh, Deadwood was like a cowboy show, right?
Yeah,
Or like set in Western times.
Okay, yeah,
and like I watched an episode back in the day. I liked it a lot, but I never like picked it back up for some reason.
Oh, I mean, it's worth it. It's a great freaking show.
Anything with Timothy Oliphant has my vote. So, is it on any streaming sites like Netflix or something?
Oh, HBO Max.
HBO. Okay. I'll check it out. Then I have HBO.
Yep, Deadwood's an HBO show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's freaking rad.
Totally worth it. Yeah, great characters.
Man, really quick, I want to go back to that Twitch thing, dude. That is a genius idea. That genuinely is. Yeah, no, like I didn't even think about that. That's super smart though, because nobody can go out, and then also like if you listen to any comedian's podcast right now, they'll all tell you like they're just traveling like across the country so that they can go to states where they actually can go and perform right now. You know, like everybody's like leaving for Texas and everything. So for those that are kind of like still like open micers, you know, or like don't have the money or the assets or you know like whatever to be able to go and do that, like that is so freaking smart.
Yeah, and on top of it, I teach and I work with I'm connected with just like a lot of friends in comedy, and yeah, it's a super bummer not having your local stages. So I feel like it's you know, just creating a place where we can do our shit.
Makes sense.
So yeah, it's a nice outlet.
Yeah, dude. That's
and then hopefully we keep growing the Twitch channel. I might have to start playing video games or something. I'm not a real I'm not much of a gamer, so.
Hop on the I don't know if you know what this is, but Offline TV, they're like a Twitch streaming group. They have like a Rust server going on that like everybody on Twitch is like hopping on right now. So if you're able to you know, if you're able to hit up like I think like Michael Reeves is a part of it, if you know who that is. I'm sure that you'd be able to hop on there. Cuz everybody, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but that'd be a really good play.
What's it called?
Offline TV. They're the ones that host
Offline
the servers.
TV.
Yeah. It's OTV. That's like the acronym, or you know, just like the shorthand, like the FBI.
Yeah.
You know, if you're able to get in contact with somebody from there, then I'm sure that they'd, you know, be more than happy to let you in.
Oh, cool.
And
All
it's
right,
all
I'll look into it.
Yeah, and it's all based around like role play, too. So
Sure.
like you could just be like the movie guy, or you could set up like a comedy show. Like you could build like in Rust, you're able to like build buildings and stuff. So if you could like set up like a comedy stage, or like plays like that, then have like all the Twitch streamers come on with like their material, that would actually be really freaking awesome.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to explore it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I am just looking for new venues, new places just to make it happen, and and teaching myself different kind of new technologies and how to edit and
Yeah.
streaming and stuff like that. So
Dude.
offline TV.
Yeah. What do you use to edit? I'm actually genuinely curious about that.
Oh, I mean, I'm a baby, so I use an app on my phone called YouCut.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, yep. And then iMovie.
Oh, dude, that's freaking awesome.
And yeah, just keeping it simple. And like I said, the pandemic. It's there are a lot of cons to the pandemic, but some of the pros, it's pushed me to delve into some of these worlds that I should have been doing and
Yeah.
exploring a little earlier.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that's
Better
that's
late
smart.
than never, though, right?
True.
Yeah, no. I'm a film student over at ASU, and for one of my classes, I'm gonna get Avid. Shut up, Danny. I'm gonna get Avid certified, which is like the industry like standard, of like editing
Oh, yeah.
software. So I'm gonna
Nice.
finally get my hands on that, and I'm so excited to make YouTube videos with that software. Like, oh my god.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Adobe
Very
Premiere
cool.
sucks. It's so
Yeah.
bad. It crashes every 3 seconds, bro. Like, oh my god,
Oh,
I'm so
damn.
done with it.
Nice. Stepping your game up.
Yeah, I know, a little bit. I'm just super excited for that. But yeah, Han, so do you do like stand-up comedy yourself? Like, do you go to like open mics and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've done stand-up comedy as myself, and then I've also done stand-up comedy as characters before. I had a character. I think Danny probably knows Eric Jennifer.
Oh yeah, Eric Jennifer's my boy. I watched him on TV once.
Oh yeah, Eric Jennifer is the good boy of comedy, and I did this character on America's Got Talent a couple of years ago, and that was a weird, crazy experience, surreal.
That's super
But
cool.
yeah, but I as myself, I also not as much. I'm more into like improv and sketch, but I definitely have done a good deal of stand up.
Yeah, dude, that's super freaking. You should hit up Gus Johnson. Do you know who that is on YouTube?
Oh, I love Gus Johnson.
Yeah, no, dude, him and Eddie Burback. Like, you should see if you can get on their podcast.
Oh, I mean, I would. Yeah, maybe I will hit him up. But I enjoy his commentary and his sketches and some of the shit he does, like reading Yelp reviews for strip clubs.
Yup, and
Yeah.
like out in the Midwest too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's a really funny dude.
Oh yeah. Well, he's also super like genuine and nice too, which is also like a
Yes.
very nice change of pace for like the YouTube world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's
Yeah.
not all just like
Oh.
drama bullshit based.
For sure.
Yeah, no, that's freaking awesome. But yeah, no, hit him up. I mean, like, I'm sure like Gus Johnson would be super happy to let you on. But Han, like, have you ever been in like movies or anything like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been in a bunch of independent films, and then
Yeah.
I've been in several TV shows. I've gotten to do some cool stuff. Like I got to be a bad guy in a children's movie, and we went and filmed that in Thailand for a month and a half. And I was like running through the jungles of Thailand, chasing these kids because I was the bad guy in this kind of kids Indiana Jones,
Are you
basically,
serious?
movie. Yeah, this movie called The Lost Medallion,
Oh, that is so rad.
and it's probably out there somewhere if you search The Lost Medallion. I think it's called The Lost Medallion: The Adventures of Billy Stone.
I'm looking it up right now. Yep, 2013.
There you go. Legendary actor James Hong. He's this Asian actor who has been like his IMDb is like
most famously known as Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes. Also, the maitre d' in the Seinfeld Chinese restaurant episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, wait, you were in Friends too, weren't you?
Oh, I did extra work in Friends.
Okay, that's what it
So,
was.
so extra work is like so close yet so far. You're there, you're on set, but you're basically a human prop.
So you're just like one of the chicks in the background drinking coffee.
I mean, I was one of the guys in the background drinking coffee.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I just always noticed the background chicks, like in How I Met Your Mother. I always thought it was funny because have you ever seen How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, not a ton of it, but sure.
Okay, yeah. There's the character Barney Stinson, and he's just a dog. You know, like his only goal in life is basically just to like have sex with.
Oh yeah, is that
chicks as possible.
Neil Patrick Harris?
Yup, NPH baby.
Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Mhm.
Oh my, he's so good. I love him.
Oh yeah.
But I always thought it was funny because like the chicks that he would hit on, you know, like in the show that like they like actually casted as like actresses or whatever, they were never as hot as the girls that were just sitting in the background. I always thought that was really funny.
Gotcha.
Like I'd always just notice them sitting in the background. I'm just like, why doesn't he go talk to them? Like,
Dylan, Greg's
because-
muted again.
oh god damn it.
Uh-oh.
Greg, stop muting yourself.
Okay.
Quit playing with your fire and messing around and touching your phone.
Yeah, what's going on over there, Greg?
Come on, Greg.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Fuck you, Greg.
Oh yeah, are you in front of a roaring fire right now? Is that those crackles?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, where's the fire? Do you have
In
a
my
fire
house.
pit? Oh, is that
Yeah.
a fireplace?
Place, yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
He lives up in the mountains.
I live
it's
in,
like probably
in the mountains.
20
Yeah.
degrees where he's at right now.
Oh jeez.
Gotcha. Right on.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, like, what is it that kind of like got you like interested in like into like the film industry and like YouTube especially? You know.
Well, early on, my dad he gave me a real education in movies. He was really into film, and he was a concert producer among other things, and that kind of pushed me towards that world. Also, maybe a little bit of a dysfunctional family upbringing, like pushed me towards comedy and stuff. So I originally wanted to be in journalism, but then I ended up being a film major in school. I was a film major at Penn State with a theater minor, and yeah, and then YouTube, I kind of just fell into it. I auditioned to be a host over at Screen Junkies, and they brought me on, and it went from there, and that was yeah, fun ride.
Dude, that is so rad.
Yeah, it kind of just happened. And like I said earlier, I was lucky to get on board with a channel that was already established, as opposed to having to kind of start from scratch, which I'm learning a little bit more of as I start these other ventures that I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, also, you know, I mean, like, I'm sure at the time, too, I don't know how long ago it was necessarily, but I'm sure at the time, too, like, one of the main routes was going through, like, you know, like a multi-channel network, which you definitely don't want. There's still some guys, like EGC News or whatever, like, they're still signed on with Machinima, even though Machinima died out, they still have to give them money and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
insane.
I didn't even know. Machinima's, is that even a thing anymore?
No, it's
No.
not. It's still
Yeah.
gone,
They-
but like they're still
They
holding on to
deleted
those
their
contracts.
YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
Like everything's gone. It's insane.
crazy.
It's absolutely nuts.
So, Hal, before you got the job at Screen Junkies, were you a fan beforehand at all? Like, did you know what Honest Trailers was and all that?
No, I didn't, and plus it was very early on. Like Honest Trailers, like I think was less than a year old or so.
Okay, so it
And
was even still the original guy then, right? Not John Bailey yet.
yep, it was like
Okay,
John Bailey, I think, came on just shortly after um,
okay,
I came on. And yeah, the so but it was definitely like when I joined, they had less than 300,000 subscribers. Now they're up to like
6.8.
I think.
6.8 million. Yeah.
Okay,
So yeah, it was just like this, but it was growing like crazy. Like I remember it was like 300,000, then 600,000, and just ding 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 all in up the ladder.
yeah,
That's
and
sick.
it felt like each Screen Junkies episode video of Comic Con. I felt like you guys were getting more and more popular too, which is really cool to see the growth in each video.
Yeah, that was wild. I mean, Comic Con was crazy. Going down there and getting to meet everybody and actually feel like oh, people like fans know what we're doing. People are following us. That was pretty rad. Uh,
What was? Oh, sorry.
oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, what was the first year you guys filmed? Was it 2014?
Oh boy, good question. I'll take your word for it.
2013? Somewhere around there.
2013 or 2014, yeah. Because I
'Cause I
started
just,
at Screen Junkies in 2012, I think, and then yeah, um, yeah, probably like the second year I would think we went to Comic Con. My
because I
second year over
remember
at Screen Junkies. So probably
watching it.
13 or 14. Yeah, it kind of. I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I've
All
probably been to like 7 Comic Cons, and they all kind of blur together a little bit.
together. Definitely. I just remember watching, I think it's the first one. Some guy comes up to you and he goes, "Aren't you the guy from Cinema Sins?"
Oh yeah.
It just cracked me up. And you're all like, "No, why does everybody think we're Cinema Sins?"
I should have said to him, "You just made a cinema sin."
Yeah, no,
Ding!
seriously.
Ding.
That is hilarious.
Oh,
And
Uh,
man.
what's it like having like fan interactions, like especially for like the first time, like where you're just like, oh shit, like people like actually do like care, like they love this content.
I mean, it's fun to learn that something you're doing is resonating with somebody, and then on top of that, when you get people that tell you that something you did has not just like made them laugh or given them some sort of entertainment, but people have said that our content has helped them get through some tough times. That's a really nice thing to hear. So, I mean, like, I think most of us want to have a positive effect in life on people in some way. So to hear those positive things, it's great, and it feels good to get some recognition for what you're doing.
Oh yeah, of course. That's super
Definitely.
cool. I'm jealous. Maybe one
Yeah.
day.
I can tell you one thing. It's crazy being a huge fan and then becoming a friend with someone who's on the channel that like you love and cherish.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I mean, Danny, you were such a good dude, and you were so down to help out when we were up in Seattle for Emerald City Con, and yeah, so
yeah, that was
we, we
fun. It was
we
really
definitely
hard,
appreciated you.
really hard to hold back my fucking giddiness and excitement.
Well, thank you for not going psycho fan on us.
Definitely not. Was about a step away from it. Not gonna lie.
Right on. But no, I mean I do miss that, like just being out and about and meeting our fans and interviewing folks at Comic Cons. Those are just like some really fun experiences.
Oh yeah, that whole panel, the whole experience was awesome too. I remember you were worried that no one was going to come watch you guys, and then it was like sold out without even any effort put into it.
Yeah, right. Uh, I mean, it's a little nerve wracking at first, seeing like, okay, like we're getting hits, but will this stuff travel? Will there be?
For sure.
And yeah, it was nice to fill an auditorium.
Yeah, because I noticed in like other videos and stuff of you guys at other cons, it felt like some places you guys were in like the tiny little backup room, and then other times you like you were in like pretty decent sized rooms and stuff.
Yeah, it depended on place to place and different cons. Some cons are smaller, you know.
True, yeah, they got the hotel room vibe going on with them and stuff like that.
Yeah, like hotel conference room or something, as opposed to a giant convention center.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good run. It sucks that it didn't. I felt like you guys only did that for 1 year, though, right? Or was it 2?
I mean, we were doing we did panels for several years.
Yeah, I mean, like the full-time tour run. I felt like 2015, 2016 was like where you guys traveled across the country going to cons instead of just doing like one here and there type of thing.
Yeah, like we went to like Wizard Con Chicago and all these different. So yeah, I think that was only for a couple of years. But we went to San Diego Comic-Con. We did stuff there, and WonderCon for several years.
WonderCon seems insane. There's so many people and just so much stuff going on at those big ones and like Wizard World and stuff.
What's WonderCon?
Oh yeah, WonderCon is it's kind of like a slightly smaller version of San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's usually in Anaheim.
Oh, that's freaking! I didn't even know. I've literally never even heard of that.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cons though. Wizard Con, Dragon Con, Wonder Con, Hero Con, Superhero Con, Super Dragon Con, Dragon Hero Con, Wizard of Dragons Con, Dragon Wizards Heroes Con. Like if you just combine any of those words and yes,
Star Wars Con. Is there
Marvel Con, DC Con, Marvel DC Con?
Marvel DC Con. That would be an interesting one to see.
There'd be so many fistfights.
I wonder if there's ever just con and that's it. You ever think there's ever just that?
I think. Well, I think there's Con. Yes.
Con.
Yeah.
I was about to say
Dedicated
that
to
as a joke.
Nice.
It's just all the people that
awesome.
own all the different like con organizations. They all come together for their own con.
Ex-Con.
Yeah, there was that's freaking hilarious.
I want to dabble a little bit more into Screen Junkie. Oh, sorry, Greg, go for it.
Since he knows James Cameron, can he tell us when Avatar 2 comes out?
Nice. You know, James wants to. I've been talking with James constantly. You know, just
really.
You know, no.
That sounded real.
I enjoy bullshitting, but no, I don't know. I mean, does he want to release his shit straight to HBO Max? I mean, is that what he's like? Is that what he's trying to create here? Because you know, Avatar was like and one of the things that made it work was that it was an otherworldly theater going experience. You know, and
True.
When will we have that back?
He's gonna have to do it in VR.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the next evolution.
Also, I feel like people are not quite clamoring for Avatar 2, 3, and 4.
5, 6,
the same
7,
way,
8, 9, 10.
Yes, the same way they're like they wanted to see more Marvel or Star Wars movies. Avatar's kind of like, oh yeah, that was a thing. It was fun. It was good.
Yeah.
For the time, it was great, but
yeah, man. So 2 questions. What do you? So you mentioned like just like dropping it straight onto HBO. Do you think that like TV is just gonna completely die out, and that we're all just gonna have like 100 different subscriptions to like different like like streaming services?
I mean, I think they'll probably have to start creatively bundling these
Yeah.
packages because people initially started cutting the cord in order to pay less, but now if you get all the subscription services, you're not really paying less.
No,
So
you're paying more.
yeah. So it's gonna keep evolving, and I also think that they're gonna make it a little bit more of this boutique thing where you can get like HBO Max Lite, where you get like, okay, any of the new movies that come out, you can get access
the
to,
Plus?
or Disney Plus,
Like-
minus.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, okay, I can watch Soul and I can watch The Mandalorian,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And
You know?
there's ads as well. You know, like there's ads
Yeah.
and stuff.
See what happens. See what happens to Grogu when we get back from commercial.
Pretty much.
Well, it's funny because like I was thinking about this. Like I was talking to my dad. I think I've talked to Danny about this before too. Like because I met Danny because we worked at McDonald's together. And
Cool.
I remember.
I remember back when you worked at McDonald's, Danny.
Yeah.
I do too.
Back in the day, yeah. Oh, you do?
Horrible.
Good.
No, but I remember like talking to like people and just be like, dude, like we're just gonna wind right back up at cable, you know, like there's more and more streaming services every day, you know, like we're just gonna wind up in the exact same situation where we're still paying like $80 a month, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, and new subscription services are coming out, new platforms are coming out all the time. So, yeah, it's a little bit like the Wild West. So I mean, TV is kind of dying, but then again, broadcast networks have all these. I mean, I'll tell you one thing that's going to keep them going: sports contracts, the NFL, the NBA. But those aren't as big. The ratings aren't as big as they were.
Right.
But live TV events, that's going to keep going. But then again, Generation Z, they don't give a fuck about that stuff.
No.
At least a lot of it.
No.
They don't watch, like, they don't want to watch sports. They'd rather play video games. I'm fucking
they'd want
Generation
to watch
X.
someone play Minecraft and watch football. So
Exactly.
The thing is I agree with that. I'm not even Gen Z.
Yeah.
I'd way rather watch PewDiePie play his hardcore world, for like 8 hours than watch the Seahawks play against, like the fucking 49ers. Like,
yeah. So, I mean, it's like, it's just going to keep evolving and changing. And that's like, when I was growing up, shit, man, there was like 5 channels and you come home from school and you'd watch the Brady Bunch. That like in the 80s it was like reruns of the Brady Bunch. Now you can dive down a rabbit hole of whatever like boutique interest you want to explore.
Dude,
Oh,
go on, Danny.
Oh, I just agreeing with what he said.
Oh no, I really wanted to ask because I literally don't know like a single person that's seen this. But have you ever seen Magnum PI?
Yeah.
Dude, such a
used to watch
good
that a lot,
show.
too.
Oh, I don't think yeah, dude, it's so good.
You're talking about the new one, right?
Oh no, like the
Just
old,
kidding,
like,
just
oh,
kidding,
okay,
just
yeah,
kidding.
Yeah.
I tried watching the new one, and he wrecked 2 Ferraris in the first episode. I was like, I'm out. This is stupid.
I can't stand for that Ferrari abuse.
Oh yeah, no, seriously.
Tom Selleck
back in the day, Tom Selleck with the mustache and the chest hair and his Detroit Tigers hat, and then he was just a private investigator tooling around Hawaii in short shorts and a Hawaiian shirt.
Yup, just nailing every babe that he agrees to help.
There it is.
Dude, it's
Boom.
such a good show. I'm so in love with it. Like, I moved down to Arizona from Washington State, and I hop on Discord every week with my dad, and we watch like an episode or 2 of Magnum PI, and it's just so enjoyable to watch. It's so good.
That's fun.
Yeah, no, dude.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to.
Oh no! Well, dude, there was so much like on location shooting, and then like all the footage of like the helicopters, and like the mountains and the
Uh-huh.
water. Like even though it's in like like 240p, 420p, whatever, like it still is just so beautiful, honestly.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Oh, and
such.
then you have Higgins.
Yup.
Higgins was like basically Higgins was like his Alfred.
Yup. With Zeus and Apollo, the dogs.
Oh, see, you're better. I wouldn't have known. Like if you asked me, like trivia, what were Magnum PI's dogs named?
Yeah.
I would not have remembered that.
I bet Greg knows it.
Hold
I
on,
Uh-oh.
Greg died.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear you, bro.
Yes.
Okay, my Bluetooth's not working.
Oh,
That's
rest in
weird.
peace.
So what did you say I would know? Because I probably do.
Ask the question again.
What
was it? What's...
Do you know Higgins' guard dogs' names?
Yes. Zeus, is that one of them?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
And Hades?
Nah, it's Apollo.
Apollo, that's right.
Dude,
I would've
even the
got
fact
it
that you knew one of
eventually.
them, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, seriously. But
He's
hey,
the reason why we always win at trivia on Wednesdays.
Nice.
that's
So are we going out live right now?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's this video's not even going to be a part of it, so
Right on.
Yeah, no.
yeah. So you can
I
show
cut
that
it
double
out.
chin all you want, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I cut it out and I just dropped the thumbnail in.
Phew.
It's just easier to render that way. But
Cool.
yeah, so you're into comedy, obviously.
Yeah.
So who's like your favorite mainstream comedian? And then as far as kind of like lesser known guys, like maybe just like some dude that like just from like one of the like places that you go to. Like who are your favorites?
Yeah, man. So like, who really, let me ask you this. Do you guys know who Tim Robinson is?
I recognize the name.
He's from Saturday
Okay.
Night Live.
He might have written on Saturday Night Live. But okay, I'm gonna recommend two things that have made me laugh as hard as anything, like in the past like 2 years. This is on Netflix. Danny, you got to watch these and get back to me, okay?
All right.
And I'm
let's hear it.
targeting you because you're my friend, and I know where to find you. There's this show on Netflix. It's a sketch comedy show called I Think You Should Leave.
Let me write that down.
And it's from this comedian named Tim Robinson. And also, there's an episode of this short-lived Netflix series called The Characters. Tim Robinson's episode so The Characters takes a different comedian and kind of an up-and-coming comedian who maybe you've seen or heard of, but probably not, a little under the mainstream radar, and they can basically do like a half-hour sketch comedy show or do anything they want for that half hour. And Tim Robinson's episode is so goddamn funny. He's got one sketch where he plays this guy going into a gun store and he wants to buy a gun, and then the guy who owns the store gives them all these guns to kind of hold and see how they feel, and then he starts acting out these scenarios of what he'd use the gun for, and all the scenarios are him trying to get revenge on people who shamed him after he made a mess in their bathroom. But I can't even begin to do justice to it. It's so, I don't know, it destroyed me. But this guy, Tim Robinson, his sketch show, I Think You Should Leave, and his episode of The Characters, it's mind-blowing. Also on YouTube, there's this guy, Connor O'Malley.
Oh, I know
If-
Connor O'Malley.
Yeah, this dude, he just goes for it.
Yup.
It's his videos are just insanity. And he does a couple of different things. He plays a few different characters. Like he has this one thing called the River Talk Show where
in the water?
he literally is in a dirty river, like in a city. He is like there's a bridge above him and like you can see the cityscape. He goes into like the Hudson River or like the Mississippi River, like or a river like right in Chicago, and has a selfie stick and his phone, and he's shooting him like, and he's wearing a suit,
Yup.
and it's like he's doing a talk show while he's literally floating in the river, and it's gross and amazing. So Connor O'Malley's content is pretty mind blowing.
Yeah.
So Tim Robinson and Connor O'Malley are pretty freaking great. And as far as mainstream, like super mainstream, like Bill Burr is always goddamn funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I loved his Mandalorian episode recently as well.
He's
Yeah.
so good at acting.
Yeah,
He is.
he's really good.
I never would have
Um,
expected that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think my favorite Bill Burr role he's ever had was in Zombievers. Have you ever seen that, Hal?
No.
That one, it's ridiculous. Him and John Mayer, the musician, are like two
Yes.
redneck guys at the beginning of the movie who caused the whole like zombiever epidemic to happen. It's pretty funny.
Oh, gotcha. Zombieverse as opposed to Zombieland.
Yeah, Zombievers, like the animal beaver. It's on
Oh,
Netflix.
Zombievers. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
it's good. It's really good. It's so schlocky.
Is there a Zombieverse?
No, this is the only movie.
What about a
I know of.
Zombieverse?
should
What about a
be.
Zombieverse multiverse?
Maybe one day. You never know.
I think there's a WandaVision episode coming out about that.
Oh,
Okay.
Did you guys watch WandaVision?
I have.
No.
I watched it today. I didn't like it.
See, okay, let me ask you this. Greg, right?
Yeah.
Greg, so how much, because I've been hearing that from people, especially I was talking to a friend of mine online who, like, fucking hated the first episode. How much Dick Van Dyke and or Leave It to Beaver have you seen in your life?
So, like you, I used to come home and I'd watch Leave It to Beaver and
Right.
like Bewitched,
Yep.
and I didn't watch a lot of Dick Van Dyke Show, but I was definitely getting a Dick Van Dyke vibe from the Vision, like
Yep.
some of his deadpan stuff. So that was actually pretty amusing. And
Mhm.
she was definitely giving off a Samantha vibe from Bewitched, which was pretty funny.
Right.
I guess I was waiting to hear what the premise of the show was.
Yeah, it's a little too much of a slow burn. I think they so I really liked it because I liked seeing them do something different. But the first one, especially, almost felt like a comedy sketch that went on for a little too long, without giving us, okay, what are they do? Like, what kind of simulation is this, or what is happening? You know, so
Because like we as a viewer know that she's a Scarlet Witch, so it makes sense that she's a witch
Right.
and she's playing like the part of the witch in Bewitched. And I kept waiting for her mother to show up or something.
right.
But at the same time, like, where is this going? Is she in a coma? Is Vision alive? Did this happen
Yeah.
before Endgame? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so there's just questions I had. Like, is this like a Kill Bill when she's in the coma? Like, this is her dream? While
Yeah,
she's-
I think you got to fill in a couple more of those blanks. But I
So if I
I
had a little more
definitely
context,
enjoyed
I would
it. but-
enjoy it more.
yeah,
I'm sure they'll
So-
do a I Love Lucy episode, and there'll probably be like a Brady Bunch episode, and
yep.
so fan
some other TV
theory
land
real
kind of
fast.
stuff.
What if this show's not through Wanda's eyes? What if this is Vision? Like this is what's going on while he's dead or something.
like he's stuck inside the Soul Gym if they went back to the
Yeah,
comic
or
version of,
something
the Soul
like
Gym.
or like what if like this is happening because they're trying to like bring him back to life somehow, and this is what's going on as they're like repairing him or something
Like he's kind of reprogramming
type of
himself.
thing. Yeah, or something like that.
Perhaps. I mean, at the end of the show, it seems like we are like there's a hand at a control panel, right? Isn't
I
that
didn't
part
get
of
that
the
far.
show? Oh,
I didn't get
at
that
the end
far.
of the first episode, like when it goes to credits, it's kind of
I
like
got to like 35 minutes in, and then I started the second episode to see if it was like a different TV show.
oh,
Didn't even
gotcha.
finish the first
Because
episode.
I kept waiting for Thanos to show up or something. Like how is he doing in there, or Reed Richards or somebody, like.
Yeah, no, but I totally understand why this is kind of a divisive show because it is
And there's only
definitely
2
not.
episodes. So I was like, I can't binge it right now, so I'm just gonna wait until there's more out, so I don't have to like
That,
wait till next
that's
week to
smart.
find out what
That's
happened.
smart.
So, I don't know.
Right on. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I like that old school thing of waiting till next week sometimes, though, because it's like, ooh, man, I like that feeling.
Yeah.
I gets
For
me all
sure.
worked up.
For sure.
I can't. But then again, some things it's just like it's nice to binge. So yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
I'm
I worked when
easy.
there was like 3 TV channels, but now there's like 80 of them, so it's like I can't
Like
keep
8
track of
million
like
of them.
Breaking Bad and Walking Dead and all these other shows if I'm watching them like once a week.
yeah.
So
Right.
I gotta binge them.
You don't
Yeah.
gotta binge The Walking Dead. The same episode. They're all the same.
No,
Every
that would be
episode's
so
the
boring, to
same.
be honest. Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
show
I
you
got
have
off
to
that
space out
train.
because they repeat a lot
Yeah,
of themes in that
I-
show.
I threw in the towel. I think season 3 is when I stopped with The Walking Dead.
That was a smart move.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
like,
I got out of there like, what are they at, like 11, 12 now?
Wait, it's
They're
still
somewhere
going?
up there. Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah,
thought
I don't think they
it
canceled it
okay.
yet.
I don't know a single
they did a
person
second
that
spin-off.
watches it. How is it still going?
There's still a fan base apparently.
What? That's insane.
Yeah,
And
very.
back to the waiting like for 1 week, like thing like before the next episode. I completely agree. I hate the whole binging thing. I completely hate it. Honestly, because then like there's almost no stakes at the end of an episode, whereas like if you have to wait
True.
a week, then you can like end it on something, to like keep the viewer engaged and like want to like actually keep watching, like more so, and like check in next week and be like, oh shit, like what did everybody think, like what time does it drop, like there's just like more to it. It makes it more fun. It's like how you used to be able to like go and like wait at GameStop, at midnight to like get a game or whatever, and now you can just
Right.
download it and then it's there so you can play it at midnight. Like it's just more enjoyable. It's like part of the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think some shows are built for that, and some shows are built. Some shows are built to be binged. Some shows are built to be go week to week, and I think there's room in the world for both. I don't, but I don't want to see the whole week to week go away.
Yeah.
So. But I don't really have a preference. I'm go with the flow. You want to do it that way? Great. You want to do it the other way? Good. Who cares?
No. My way or
just
no
way. Just make a good show.
Yeah.
Just make a good show.
Dude, there's so
Definitely.
much dog shit out, but there's so many like golden nuggets too. Like you have to sift through so much to find like actual good TV now. Like it's so frustrating.
Yeah,
True.
for sure.
Because
Yeah, that's what
a TV show.
Yeah, that's what we mainly. That's what we talk about on my podcast. We started a podcast called Binge Boys. Me and my buddy Lon Harris from
Oh,
Screen
Lon.
Junkies. Oh yeah, he's a brainiac. He's
He is.
yeah, he's like an encyclopedia of film and TV knowledge.
You need that for shows like that.
Yep.
My issue is that I'm so ADD that I forget everything. So like,
Mhm.
right over here, every week we watch a movie and we're supposed to talk about it on Sunday, around like 12 or 1. And like, by the time Sunday rolls around, I've forgotten everything. I'm just like, wait, was that in there? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely
True.
I definitely have to jot down a few notes, and I learned my lesson that don't if I'm high when I watch a movie, I will not remember anything.
It's such a struggle.
Yeah, this is true. This
Uh,
is true.
It's so frustrating because it makes the movies like so much better most of the time too. But then you don't remember
Oh,
anything
yeah.
the next day.
That's
Yep.
funny.
Like,
It's
yeah,
the
that's why.
opposite for me.
What's that?
Oh, it's the
I'm starting to
opposite
see
for
a
me.
correlation here between
Oh.
like increase of marijuana use and like the increase of sequels and like reboots. Because who
Interesting.
cares? They won't remember it anyway. So let's just pump out another one.
Right. Another one. No, like whenever I
Mhm.
watch a movie stoned, I become a mega critic, and even I'll pick on movies I love. I'll be like, I start noticing all the little errors for some reason.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Like,
like you. It makes you a movie scientist. You can go down the rabbit hole and really pick it apart.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
it ruined Star Wars for me.
Yeah, no, dude, it literally did. Danny was like, "Yeah, no, like Star Wars is great. Like, I love Star Wars." And, like, he got stoned and rewatched all the movies, you know, so that we could talk about them on the podcast. And he's like, he's like sending me Snapchat videos, you know, like while he's watching them. He's like, "These are such dog shit. How did I like these?" Like,
Which ones?
Mainly
The two most
a
recent
new.
ones.
Well,
8 and 9.
I hated those from the beginning. No, mainly A New Hope.
Was
But
it
then
too?
again,
Is it too
I got
slow or?
No, it's cheap, very cheap, and you can notice a lot of the errors and mistakes and stuff. But also at the same time, George Lucas did a lot with a little. So I'm not going to be like a full
True.
hater on it, but like the cantina scenes, I noticed how really bad most of the like costumes were and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It's super low budget, and I guess the better way to put it is it doesn't hold up very well because of the low budget, but it's still like, it was still so ahead of its time back in the day when it first came out.
Yep. Yep.
And
So,
I'm not saying I hate Star Wars either. It's just I've noticed a lot more errors, and these movies aren't as like beautiful and flawless as I thought they were, type of thing, I guess is the better way to put it.
sure,
But
but I still think
there are
like the space battles look pretty good.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
the third act in A New Hope is amazing. You can tell that's where all the money was spent.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's just like when you go back and rewatch it, and you're like, oh wow, that werewolf in the cantina looks like a puppet.
Oh yeah.
doesn't look legit and stuff like that.
That's funny.
Dude,
And
you
like
know... No, go on,
go
go
ahead.
on.
No, I was done pretty much.
Oh, okay. You got in The Empire Strikes Back when they go into like the asteroid field and then like they go and hide inside like that monster's mouth or whatever, but they don't know that it's a monster's mouth. It literally was like a hand sock puppet.
Yeah.
That's
was.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, no, and it's so funny because after I learned that, I was like, because like when I was a kid, like I figured that it was like claymation or something, but then after I found that out and then like rewatching the scene, it's like, oh my god, that is 100% some dude's arm and he's just like moving it back and forth, like it's so funny.
Because if it was claymation, it wouldn't have looked as smooth.
No, of course, no, I just had dumb little kid poo poo brain, like.
Well, you're not wrong to think that though. A lot of movies did use claymation back then.
Yeah.
Like
Sam
Raimi in the Evil Dead movies.
Yeah.
That's my favorite oven mitt.
Onion?
It's the space slug.
Yeah.
Oh, did they make a real
nice.
one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Really?
that's awesome.
Dude, that's so sick.
Is there one for
That's
Tremors?
Oh, that'd
that
be
would be
awesome.
good. Graboid.
Yeah. I still need to watch
Now
the
I
most
want one of
recent
those.
one.
I think I've only seen the first Tremors.
It's the best one.
I just binged them all this last few months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first one's really good. You should go
Yes,
back
it
and watch it again.
is.
It's like, holy crap, how did they do this?
Severely underrated for sure. Not just because it's like a
Yeah.
fun movie, but the way they use the sound, because that's what the graboids are attracted to. So like there's the scene where they're like going to that guy's house that they're still building, and like when he's walking down the steps are really loud and they creak really loud and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I can word that better, but like, yeah, just the way they use the sound for the atmosphere in the movies and stuff is really cool.
Right on.
Han,
The
so
last one I really like. I have to recommend the last Tremors movie too.
fair enough.
It's kind of a legacy sequel to the first one, kind of like Force Awakens. So it pushes all the buttons from the first movie, and it's really good. I enjoyed it.
Makes sense. Um, wait, no, there was a. Oh yeah, no. What kind of degree did you get in film over at Penn State?
Oh, just a film and video degree.
Okay, like there
Uh,
wasn't like any like concentration or anything with it.
no, it was kind of early in its, and it was a little bit like, yeah, make what you want, make some stuff, and so I made a few student films, and yeah, it was very kind of broad,
Fair enough.
just kind of a little bit of everything. But you said you're a film major at ASU?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's your focus?
I'm concentrating in editing.
Gotcha.
It's
Cool.
so much fun. I started just like making YouTube videos back in like 2017, so like just like 3-4 years ago basically. Like I just fell in love with like the whole like editing process. And originally like what I literally presented like to my high school, for like my post-graduation plan, because that was like kind of like our senior project, was like, yeah, like I'm gonna go to college, and I'm gonna get a business management degree with like a minor in botany, and I want to open up like a marijuana distribution company, as well as like like develop like my own marijuana strains, like farms and just stuff like that. But then I found out that, oh yeah, I'm gonna need like $2 million in the bank, to be able to basically get that started.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, and then also I'm gonna have crippling college debt, so that's just, it's just not gonna happen basically. So I was just like, well, I love editing videos, so let's just do this, maybe make some money, and then maybe down the future I could do that, but it's my hobby and I love doing it, so if I could do it for a career, that'd be awesome.
Wait, editing or weed?
Editing. Well, both. Both.
Do you have hydroponics in the basement?
I wish.
Well, you're in Arizona, right?
What'd you say, Greg?
You're in Arizona?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think in Washington you can have like 5 plants for personal use or something, but I don't know what the laws are now.
Well, yeah, they just legalized it.
Yup. Yeah, no, and it's funny too, because I'm only 20, so I went and got my medical marijuana card. So then I was, so I'm able to go to like dispensaries and everything. And then also, once it's in full effect, I'm not gonna get the 18% tax either.
Nice.
Yeah, no,
Man,
it's
everyone got
awesome.
glaucoma all of a sudden.
Everybody got what? Glaucoma all of a sudden.
Generalized anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I went in and just said that I had back pain.
Nice.
No,
Soft
literally.
tissue damage. There you go.
Careful though. I don't want you to stunt your growth. 20 years old, you still got a growth spurt left in you.
I'm already 5'10", bro. I don't know if I want another one.
Dude, I mean, you're gonna be able to dunk one day.
Yeah, seriously.
There you go.
I'd be more worried about my
go.
dick size proportions, to the size of my body at that point.
Sorry, that is completely stopped.
I know.
Check, please.
Yeah. This is where I awkwardly would bring it back on track, but we have nowhere to go.
So tell us more about French Kissing School for Dogs.
Oh yeah, written by the amazing Heather Ann Campbell, friend of mine from my sketch comedy group at the called the Midnight Show, yeah, we performed for 10 years of sold out shows at UCB.
Nice.
Once a month, yeah, that was a fantastic experience being a part of that group. We toured the country with Drew Carey, the host of The Price is Right.
Right.
He kind of did we did a tour where he hosted a best of comedy show, sketch comedy show of our sketches, and then he did like 45 minutes of stand up afterwards, and that was super rad. But yes, School of French Kissing for Dogs. That's it's a video where I teach people how to French kiss dogs. And my mom watched that video, and she was like, "Oh my God, I could not stop laughing." And then she said, "Hal, you're never gonna find a girl to marry you now."
Well,
Um,
you proved her wrong.
I did prove her wrong. Oh, but also, my wife and I, at our wedding reception, she we each did like a little kind of comedy presentation. um, and like instead of like a traditional speech or anything, and like we just had a reception. We eloped, and then we had people, a bunch of friends and family for reception. And she said, like her presentation was about finding out that I did all these weird characters online, and she said, "Raise your hand if I sent you this if I sent you the video of my husband kissing a dog." And like 10 people in the crowd raised their hands. It was really funny.
Nice.
She was like, "Yeah, I was kind of put off by it, but then I'm like, you know what? He commits. He commits to the joke, commits to the moment."
That's right.
And comedy is all about. I mean, I think one part of comedy, it's about fucking going for it. You know, just like throwing all caution to the wind, and not being afraid to throw some shit against the wall, hoping that it's funny. And yeah, that was French Kissing School for Dogs. Also, I will say that video, along with a couple of other videos from my sketch group, got picked up by weird fetish sites.
Oh no!
And also, and also
Now you're
like,
famous in Japan.
oh yeah, or like Slovakia or something.
Yes,
It's-
my people. My people.
Yes. Oh, also we did a couple of videos. Like we had a couple of larger, like heavy set, hairy gentlemen in our group, and they did this one video, Wrangler really tiny jean shorts, and it was a commercial for so we had these fat dudes running around in these tiny jean shorts, and like that made it onto maybe a bear site,
Yes.
for larger furry
Yeah.
gentlemen.
I could see that being projected on the wall at like a German S&M club somewhere.
Oh hell yeah!
Twink cameraman records 3 bears running around a field.
Now available on GrizzlyAdamsDidHaveAbeard.com.
There you go. But yeah, School of French Kissing for Dogs, written by my friend Heather Ann Campbell, directed by Payman Benz. Very, that was a super fun video to make, and like it always, like whenever we showed it, it would just get horrified reactions, and insane laughter. So
Yeah, I couldn't
that was
stop
always.
laughing watching that one. So
Oh, thanks, man.
So
if you go
how?
to Instagram, there's all kinds of people like letting their dogs lick their face, and it's like might as well teach them how to do it right.
Yeah, teach your dog how to kiss like a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So besides Eric Jennifer, who's your favorite sketch character that you've created?
Oh, that's a good question. I have a couple that I've done recently that I need to do a little bit more of, but Eric Jennifer is the one that I've just been doing like off and on. Like honestly, I've been doing Eric Jennifer for about 20 years because I
wow.
started doing a similar by a different name. I started doing like a similar character in college, and then it kind of evolved into Eric Jennifer. But as far as like a character, oh, I like this guy that I've done a few videos of. His name's Barry Loob, Loob, and he does family-friendly film reviews that that go off the rails, and he starts talking about how he used to do drugs back in the day, and so this movie, like he hates the movie Toy Story because he had a drug experience where inanimate objects came to life, and it took him into that, like where like
Gives
he
him
thought a fire
PTSD.
hydrant. Yes, he definitely has PTSD to his drug experiences. Like a fire hydrant like came to life one time when he was on, like he smoked a cigarette that was dipped in formaldehyde.
Oh no!
and
Oh no!
and then he tried to fight this fire hydrant because he thought it was like a he thought it was a little person dressed in yellow.
Tales
Yeah,
from
so
Skid Row.
yeah, there you go. So that was fun. I have this wizard character
Yes.
named Caramel, the wizard,
That's
and
my favorite.
oh, thanks, man. Yeah, and Caramel was a wizard from like the centuries and centuries ago, who was expelled from the kingdom and sent to the future, and now he's like he started like an OnlyFans to cast spells for people.
That's my fetish.
Oh man, you need to bring him back and do some more Instagram lives with him. I miss those.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. You know what? There's a lot of stuff I need to do.
Same. I think that's the same
but
for everybody.
yeah, but no, for sure. Yeah, I appreciate that, Danny.
And do you know who Josh Potter is? He's on.
Oh,
Oh.
Harry's cousin.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, no, dude, he has an
Sorry.
OnlyFans where he does the
Sorry.
shoulder hair porn.
What?
Oh, dude,
The what?
Yeah.
He does shoulder hair porn.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so funny.
I'll have to check
Very
it out.
niche market.
I subscribe to it. It's
Yeah.
the only OnlyFans that I'm willing to
Oh,
pay
no.
for.
Oh God. Oh no.
I just screenshot it and sent it on my buddies. I'm just like, hey, new drop,
Oh,
baby.
no. Josh is weird, man. That guy is weird.
Josh.
Who is he?
He started off on Your Mom's House podcast. He's a comedian too.
Yeah. He's out in LA.
Right on.
Yeah, him and Tom Segura.
Yep.
They I think they did a tour or two together. I think
Yeah.
he took Josh out as an opener or something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what's up with Screen Junkies? How come they've only been uploading honest trailers for the last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too much. I know I think they're hemorrhaging money budget-wise, and right now they just want to do that and just keep their purse strings as tight as possible. And they've changed hands several times now. They're owned by Fandom, and yeah, I don't know what exactly is happening there. I get information on kind of a need-to-know basis, and I haven't really spoken to them in a while. Hopefully we can do some more movie fights down the road. But yeah, I mean, Honest Trailers is the one. It's the major brand piece there, and that's kind of what fuels the engine for that brand. But otherwise, I feel like a lot of the content isn't as important to the people involved. So yeah, it's kind of
That's
just
so lame.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but all good things must come to an end, I suppose.
True.
Yeah.
I do.
So-
I'm not gonna lie. I missed the Screen Junkie show, man. That was my favorite. I always looked
Yeah.
forward to what you guys were gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Unfortunately, yeah, and it seems like that was like one of the things that, once they took that away, like it just the brand of what it was, just started to deteriorate a little bit because that was that was the show that got the most views after Honest Trailers,
Yeah.
And then and then YouTube changed the algorithm, so a lot of things were different, and yeah, so we're in a different day and age now.
True. True.
Like you were talking about places like Machinima and that, YouTube is different. Also,
Oh
we
yeah.
were we were one of the early kind of shows like that. Now anyone can make a lot of people are doing their own kind of movie and TV related content and wrap up shows and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's not as the concept isn't as unique as it was, but yeah, we had fun. It was very cool. But yeah, I agree. The Screen Junkie show, it was taken down for when Defy Media was losing lots of money, and they were just like, you know what, we want our budgets to be micro budgets now, so they kind of they stopped it as a weekly show, and I think that was that was a little bit of a knee jerk
Oh, for
reaction,
sure.
but yeah, we had lots of fun.
Man, yeah. I'd tell you, dude, the years of entertainment you guys brought it was fantastic, and I go back and rewatch a bunch of episodes here and there just to because seeing more and knowing more of the guests and stuff now. Like I just rewatched the best '80s action movie
Oh yeah.
of all time recently, and I totally forgot that the third judge was Jay from Red Letter Media.
Oh yeah, for
And it's just
sure.
like, wow, that's crazy. Like, because you would never think those dudes would be on a show for how much shit talk they do on every other YouTube channel. Whether it's joking or real, I don't know. But it's just crazy that you guys got him to come out and be on it.
Yeah, he was super cool, very very nice guy, and I think some of the joking, I think a lot of it's tongue in cheek because
Yeah.
there's a there's a love and appreciation that you have to appreciate something a little bit in order to kind of roast it,
Mm-hmm. Because you guys also, well, not you in general, but Honest Trailers, they did a collab together like when Honest Trailers first started out or something, right? I think.
I
I don't know
think
if you know
so.
that or not. I should have looked more into that. Yeah, it's just funny.
But we were
Who
always doing
was
things with now and
everybody?
again with those guys and how it should have
Yeah,
ended and like a bunch of
yeah.
different.
He,
Yeah.
she, another
Yep.
another channel we mentioned earlier that the relationship didn't end well with, but
Yeah. Cinema Sins. They
yeah,
eventually did a little something. Uh, so
yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Who was your favorite guest that you had on the show?
That's a good question. I think at the end of the day, if I had to pick one, um, Dr. Clifford V. Johnson.
Yeah, yes. All right. He's great.
I loved doing those movie science episodes with him.
They
That's
were always
where
fun.
I felt like I was like I love being able to have an expert and then I play a goofy dipshit that gets to ask the expert questions.
While in a
And
blazer.
yep, um, those those were my favorite things to do because that those allowed me to be silly. And at the end of the day, I feel like I'm a movie guy second and a comedian first, and so that allowed me to kind of combine those things.
Nice.
I really liked the In Real Life series
Yep.
when you would have.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
the same
yeah.
as the scientist one, or is that
It's a similar concept, but
because you'd have like a psychologist and like a political
yes, we did
person
Avengers
on
in real
there?
life. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fun video. And yeah, and then the first one first one or two I hosted, and then they turned it into a little bit of a different format. But yeah, similar concept. We had this doctor, he teaches physics at USC, and he would come on and say, okay, the time travel or the dimensional travel from Interstellar, how realistic is that? And then we talked about the principles behind these some of these different concepts.
Okay.
And Dr. Clifford, he was just such a giving, funny guest to have, and just a delight. But other than that, like one of my favorite videos was like I got to interview the Russo brothers, and they had an Avengers fantasy draft where each of them like went back and forth just picking their ultimate Avengers teams, and
Right.
that was pretty awesome. So I got to do a lot of cool stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty rad.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I got a shout out, just like, and I got to work with so many just like cool pals. I mean, Mark Ellis and Scott
Mhm.
Mantz and Alicia Malone, Amy Nicholson.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember her. I love Amy.
Oh yeah, I remember Amy.
Yeah, and
Scott,
she's a
your dad.
Yep, yes, my biological father, Scott Mantz.
Roger Barr was always one of my favorites. I miss that guy.
Oh, such a sweet, funny guy.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
That's freaking rad.
Yeah. Well,
So cool.
is that a good place to end it?
Yeah, I think so. Dude, thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely my pleasure. I mean, Danny's a pal, so anything for him. I think
Oh, yeah.
I got COVID for Danny when he came down here in March. No, but seriously, when we went to the amusement park, that was a lot of fun. Also, I was like, oh my God, the COVID! Like it was the first week of March, and like
Yeah,
COVID
that was like right
starting
before
to
everything
become.
shut down.
Yeah,
I
dude,
remember
that
that.
was
we went to Universal Studios and like 5 days later they closed everything down.
it was
It
bananas.
was nuts. That dude not having to wait in any lines was so awesome.
Right?
It was so awesome.
Yeah, that was rad. But no, when Danny asked, I'm like, of course, and I appreciate being able to chat with you guys. Good times.
Yeah.
And check out Binge Boys podcast wherever you find your podcast. We'll throw you some good recommendations. Hopefully, some we'll talk about the mainstream stuff, and then maybe hit a couple of deep cuts and that you might not have heard of on your streaming networks. And you can follow me on all the social medias at Hal Rudnick.
Sweet. What's your Twitch? Is it the same?
Oh, Twitch is twitch.tv/chuckleface.
Okay.
Chuckleface.
Chuckleface. And what's Caramel the Wizard's OnlyFans?
OnlyFans/Big Wand. Just kidding. I have to start his OnlyFans.
Please make
I
it Big
wait
Wand.
Hell yeah, Hal. Thanks again, man. This was fun.
Danny, good times. Dylan and Greg, pleasure meeting you over the app here.
Yep.
And yeah, good talking to everybody.
Of course, it's
Yeah, it's
great
good to
meeting
meet
you.
you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, hey, Magnum PI for life, and
Top
Right.
Selleck.
That's why I wear a hat every day.
all right, be safe out there, fellas.
Thank you.
You
See
too, Hal.
dude.
Thank you so much.
You got it. All right,
All right.
later.
Oh, you didn't do it.
Oh, bye.
There we go.
He said the thing.
He said the
He said the
thing.
thing. He said
That's freaking awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
So do I just hang up here, or how does?
Yeah, I know. Are we done
No, you hang
recording
up
now?
first.
you hang up.
No,
I
you
could-
hang up first.
I could disconnect you if you want.
Here. Oh wait. Oh wait. There you. Oh, could you guys see me the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw your ceiling the most of the time. So.
Yeah.
I didn't
You're
even.
all over the place.
I didn't even realize that. I'm glad. Damn, I'm glad I kept my pants on.
I was literally
Jesus.
about to say.